The Irish Psychic Show, for all your psychic needs, live on Internet Radio. For your chance to get a reading with Irish Psychic, simply Skype Tarot Free. Or call the studio 01 44 34 357. International add +353. This show is packed full of psychic readings and advice, so make sure you join the fan page. Details can be found via irishpsychic.net.
Hello, you're all very welcome to the Irish Psychic Show for April the 17th, 2013. I'm live, it's now 11 minutes past 11, and if you are just tuning in for the very first time and you would like to get a reading on tonight's show, all you need to do is simply send in your question to the show, and it's pretty straightforward. Just log on to irishpsychic.net, where hopefully you're listening in at the moment, and simply type your name followed by your question as well, and your location as well. It is that simple to get a reading on tonight's show as well. You can also call the studio line as well. I will be taking some callers there as well, and I'm here until 12 midnight, so if you've never had a reading before, this is your opportunity to get one of those readings for tonight. I do hope that you're safe and well. At the moment there is a storm brewing outside, or should I say all day here in Ireland. It's absolutely awful outside, so whatever it is that you're doing, please do take care. Obviously, if you do have to go outside of your home as well. Just to let everyone know, I was actually on the Latin Groove radio show last night. It started at 12 midnight my time, so it was kind of a late one, and went on till 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and it was absolutely brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play some 10 minutes of that, and you can have a little listen in as well. And I do apologise in advance for the sound quality, but fingers crossed you can hear me anyway. So here we go, and do enjoy.
We got a very special guest joining us in just a moment. Gonna bring him up right now. I'm actually gonna give him a call live on the air. So, guys, I hope you guys are ready. Divas, what's going on the show tonight?
Oh my goodness, we have a great show tonight. We've been anticipating the show for a very long time, which is awesome. And we're gonna be seeing the Irish Psychic, and we're gonna be doing readings tonight. Woo!
That's right, the Irish Psychic is going to be joining us live on the air. And it's going to be very, very interesting because Diva's been looking forward to him the whole time. She's been like, wow, when is he coming on? Like, have you talked to him? And she's like, I have to talk to him. I have to ask him a question. So, Diva, this is your...
I have to ask him a couple of questions, but I'm not allowed to ask him a bunch of questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live right now is the Irish Psychic. What's going on, Irish?
Hello, how are you?
We're doing pretty good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not too bad, and Miss Dirty Diva, you're looking fine, I have to say.
Uh-oh.
Don't get it too excited now.
I'm not too sure if she can hear me.
I can't hear.
You're going to have to probably listen in through both ways, Diva.
Oh, great. I get to multitask today. That's awesome.
You're going to be awesome. Don't worry about it.
I can see her lips moving. It's really funny, but she's not talking here.
He said he can't hear you, Diva.
Yeah, I can't hear me either.
Hello?
I can't hear him.
I can hear you, Latin, no problem at all.
Oh, hold on a second.
See? We should have done it my way. Through Skype.
Oh, yeah, we're good now. All right.
Really?
So, yeah, we should be good now.
I don't hear him.
I can't hear Miss Dirty Diva.
You still can't hear her?
No.
All right, Diva.
See? You broke it.
Yeah, let's
All
bring
right,
you up
so
on...
really?
Let's bring you up on Skype, then.
Woo! So, deuces.
All right, we're gonna take Diva off of Uvu. We're gonna bring her up on Skype, make it a lot easier for us guys. So we apologize for that. I want to say, okay, what's your first name? I want to make sure I say it right, because I said it once before, and you said, no, that's not how you pronounce it.
Well, my name is Gary, so that's
Okay.
G-A-R-Y, but the Irish for that is Garrod, so it's pronounced Gar Road, yeah. So I don't mind what you call me. If you just call me Gary tonight or Gaz, it makes no difference to me.
Okay, I'll just call you Gary, because one time I think I said Gerald. You're like, no, it's not Gerald.
I do remember that moment.
I do apologize for that, buddy.
It's okay.
But,
A lot
listen,
of people get it wrong.
it's a pleasure to have you on the show tonight.
Well, can I just say thank you very much for asking me on the show.
You know what? We've been looking forward to this for a long time, and finally to have you on the show, it's our pleasure to have you aboard. And tonight, it's going to be a very interesting night, because we got questions that came in through our voice messages, and plus we got some private messages, which I sent you ahead of time, so you can read them over. And, well, Irish, I'm gonna let you start it off tonight, buddy. Hello?
I was like, is he talking?
I know, where is he? Did he leave us? He says he's on hold.
Why is he?
Oh,
You put him on hold when you answered me.
oh, did I?
Probably.
There you go.
I'm back.
I'm sorry, buddy. Hold on, let me just connect both calls and make it so much easier.
Fingers
All right,
crossed it works.
I'm gonna let you kick it off tonight, buddy, and start off your first couple of readings.
Perfect, no problem at all. Well, thank you very much for sending in your question, if you did so already. And there is loads of questions here. So the first one that I'd like to start off with, I'm just going over to Facebook now. So if you sent in a message to the Latin Groove radio show, fingers crossed you will be getting one of the readings. The first person I'd like to start off with is JR. And the question that JR has asked is, my girlfriend and I have been together a few years, just recently had a baby. Our relationship is falling apart slowly, I feel. She's been hinting on moving back home because she can't find work. My question is, will our relationship work itself out, and will she find the job she needs to help keep our family together? No problem at all. So I'm just shuffling the cards now, JR. And when they say stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards and I'll lay the cards for your reading. Okay, they just told me to stop, JR, and I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, the main part of the reading that I want to focus on is the main part of the question that you've asked, which is, our relationship is falling apart slowly, I feel. Now, what they're kind of indicating here from the cards, you do have the death card, and the death card is one of the major cards. And when I mention major, it just means that there's a higher significance placed on these particular cards. It's nothing to do with physical death, so you have nothing to worry about with regards to that. But what they are indicating here is you do have the happiness card here in the reverse position, and that's one of the major cards as well, along with the Queen of Cups in the upright position. And the Queen of Cups in the upright position represents her as a person, and she is, I feel, very, very emotional at the moment. I feel that, just sometimes you'd be quite surprised, what can happen after having a baby, with regards, postnatal depression, things like that. And I'm not too sure if she has seen her doctor or anything like that, but it can have a negative effect on terms of the relationship side of things as well, because sometimes, obviously, the baby has to take priority, and sometimes that's very difficult to take on board, that you're the father, and you're not maybe getting the attention that obviously you deserve as well. So I feel the whole kind of thing that Spirit is kind of indicating here, JR, is more to do with communication than anything else. Now, I do feel, with the death card here in the upright position, and also you have the Six of Wands in the upright position. When the Six of Wands comes up in the upright position, you can be nearly guaranteed that it will be kind of a 6-month period before things change here. But I don't feel anything is kind of, going to be as negative as you think. Now, you were indicating there that, she's hoping to find a job. I feel that she actually will, because you have the Wheel card here. But usually when the Wheel card comes up, when it comes up in the reverse position, sometimes there can be a little bit of difficulty surrounding that. So it's kind of, I'm just going to shuffle the cards just to see what they have to say in relation to that, just regarding the career side of things for her. And again, if it's like here over in Ireland, things are very, very bad at the moment with regards to job fronts. So I'm just Right, well, we have the contract card, which is actually really, really positive here. It's the Four of Wands. Again, like I've been mentioning there with regards to the Six of Wands, it's more to do with kind of the time period before things change. But I do feel regarding the relationship, I don't feel you have anything to worry about. I think it's just in terms of the emotion side of things. So I do hope, J.R., that has answered your question. And thank you very much as well for sending in your question to the Latin Groove Radio Show.
All right. Actually, Diva has a question. She... I know let me just make this clear for a quick moment. Irish doesn't do any type of readings concerning people who passing or any type of death type things. He's not touching that subject tonight, so that's something he does on a personal level. Maybe you want to explain that to everyone, Irish.
Yeah, mainly because it's kind of... It is personal, obviously, but when you're on the radio, you only have a limited time, amount of time. And if a message is to come through me, what usually happens is I sit down and I meditate, and that could take anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes. And then what happens then is I get different visions in my head, and it's about kind of making those visions a story. And I know for anyone who doesn't, do any psychic readings or, don't communicate with people who have passed over, it is quite difficult to get those messages through. So if someone says, can I connect with their mum or their loved one who's passed over, I'll concentrate, I'll ask my spirit guide to connect with their spirit guide, and then whatever messages that I get through, I'll pass on. But again, if I'm on air, I only have a limited amount of time, and I don't think many people would like just dead air, so to speak, when I'm not saying anything, because that's what usually happens. I kind of just sit there, I concentrate, and that could take anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes before I may get a message. So that's the way I work in relation to that. But they are welcome, just so you know, they are welcome. Obviously on my website, I do actually free mediumship readings every now and again, and you'll see that there on my website as well.
Hey guys, for more information on his readings and to get more information on him, you can go on over to his official website. It's theirishpsychic.net. So
that is the one.
Go on by, show him some love, guys. And we got another question in the chat room that we want to ask. It's coming into our Spreaker chat room. Exactly. We got Carl. He says, "What does my near future hold?"
Okay, no problem at all, Carl. And hello to you there as well. So I'm just shuffling the cards now, Carl, and when they tell me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards. Okay, that was quite quick. They told me to stop, Carl, so I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, very interesting cards come up here for yourself, Carl. We have the King of Scepters in the upright position, which represents yourself. More kind of, I'm not going to say it's just sport related, but I'm kind of picking up kind of a very athletic kind of, strong kind of build of a guy. I'm not too sure if that's in relation to your work situation or what it is that you do, but again, please do let us know. But the cards that are actually coming up here, Carl, for you we have the Balance card. And the Balance card came up in the reverse position, and again the Balance card is one of the major cards. You also have the Star card, that's in the upright position, and you also have the Seven of Scepters in the upright position, and also the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. I'm kind of picking up, I'm not too sure if you work with your dad, but I'm kind of picking up a male energy that you work with, and it's kind of an older male. Again, I'm not too sure if it's a family business that you're involved in, so again, do let me know. But when the Balance card comes up in the reverse position, it's like if you're feeling at the moment that you're not on the right path or you want to do something extra. Now, there's no stopping you, so please don't kind of think that just what it is that you're doing now is going to be what it is that you are capable of doing. There's loads of different things that you can be doing at the moment, and the main reason why I'm saying that, Carl, is you have the Seven of Scepters. Now, when the Seven of Scepters comes up, along with the Star card is about making a wish. So now is the time to actually ask your spirit guide to make that wish. And a lot of people don't really realize that they can make a wish and hope for it to come true. Now, the easiest way to make a wish is obviously to think about that wish, but the other way that I always suggest, and it really does work, and it is really, really positive, is if you just take out a piece of paper. And this goes for all the listeners across the world there. Just take out a piece of paper and write down something that you really, really, really want to come through. And then just fold that piece of paper 3 times and place that underneath your pillow. And just trust me, Carl, it really, really does work. But what they are indicating here with the Seven of Scepters and the Star card here is, it's like if you've been thinking of doing a course or going back to do some study, and kind of, I'm not going to say better yourself, but it's like if you need a little bit more information, before you can take on board this course. It's like if you've been holding yourself back. But I do feel that it will happen, and it will be very, very positive for you as well. So don't kind of hold back. Do take that opportunity and grasp it with both hands. So I do hope that has answered your question, Carl, and thank you very much for sending in your question.
All right, so Irish, so tell everybody how you got your start in becoming a medium?
Do you know what? Because I'm a psychic, Latin, I actually predicted you were actually going to ask me that question. It's
awesome.
Well, it's one of those ones that's quite strange, but I will tell you anyway. It was when I was 12 years of age, and I think I was actually home from school, and I was actually in bed at the time, as you are when you're sick, and I shouted up to my mum, and I kind of screamed up to my mum, and I kept screaming, and I kept saying that there's a man in the house. Now, for a 12-year-old to be saying that to their mum is not the most exciting thing to say to someone, especially when your dad is not actually in, your house. So I kept shouting and I kept saying, there's a man in this house, and he's after walking down the hall, because I could actually hear these footsteps. And yes, I was a little bit scared myself. I was, obviously at 12 years of age, you're bound to be, quite scared. But then my mum went around and she was looking for this man that didn't, she couldn't see anyway, but I kept, hearing this man, and I kept hearing his footprints. And then he came into the room. I felt this, male energy. And looking back, I kind of think it was my granddad, because at that stage he was passed over. So I kind of feel it was him protecting me and him guiding me as well. And, then it's kind of one of those things where you just kind of shut out and you think that, you're not psychic. It's just something that you're, dreaming, or you're imagining your friend or anything like that. But then when it kind of took a while. I was getting different messages coming through, and, you'd be saying to your parents different things, and then they would, just kind of brush it off when something would come true. And then when I was 25, I'm not going to give away my age, but I'm still young, so don't worry. And when I was 25, I bought my first set of tarot cards, and that was how it all began.
Okay, so now does anybody else in your family are familiar with the whole medium thing? Do you have anybody who does that?
Yeah, my nan used to read the tea leaves. And so I think that's where it came from. And then my other nan, on my mother's side, my mum's mum, very, very spiritual, very, very holy, goes to mass, used to go to mass once every, I think it was nearly more or less every night that she used to go to mass, because there was an evening mass on, and she'd always walk up. Yeah, so yeah, I don't kind of just associate, what I do with, religion. It's just something that I do. And it's just kind of natural to me. And a lot of people kind of wonder how it happens. And it is one of those things that unless you are psychic yourself, it's very difficult to explain, because when I'm reading for certain people, I get, visions, I hear certain things being passed over, and it's just like a little whisper. It's like if you're just watching a movie and someone whispers during that movie and you tell them to shut up. I don't actually tell Spirit to shut up. I actually listen, during a reading.
So, Diva, are you there, buddy?
I'm listening.
I can hear Diva. Yes, I can hear you.
So now, is like when you actually first heard the voice in your head, or however you go about it, were you afraid?
I was going to ask that same question, Latin.
Oh, kind of. Not really, because first of all, you're kind of questioning yourself. First of all, you're kind of questioning, where am I hearing this voice from? And then when you're hearing, this voice, and you're hearing certain things that are quite accurate in terms of, things that are going to happen, certain things may have happened with regards to my own family, and I hear this particular voice, and it tells me, it's kind of a warning, so to speak. Then I kind of look at it as the positive, that I myself am prepared for this kind of event that's going to happen, so to speak.
Okay, that's awesome. All right,
yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, so it's a bit strange, but I'm used to it at this stage.
Oh, okay. All right, well, listen, guys, we're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to go to a couple of tunes, and then we'll be right back. We're going to actually do a live call-in in just a few minutes, guys, so stay tuned. We are here, Miss Dirty Diva, DJ Friction, and our good buddy, and our very special guest tonight, the Irish Psychic, guys. Go on over to his official website, theirishpsychic.net, and you want to know more information about him? Just listen in and find out. We'll be right back right after this, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball. The answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.
First time, last time together. We'll be you and me forever. First kiss, last tear is falling. Don't wanna miss your sweet voice calling me. I can't believe that I'm feeling like this, 'cause I'm still getting to know you. Your tears are like summer rain falling on my face again. And anytime I'm close to you, I feel the sunlight shining through. And I just wanna thank you, 'cause you make life so good. Every day you show me something beautiful, and I love you more than I thought I could. Yeah. Two souls, one mind, two hearts that were intertwined. An empty road that I stand upon. I walk alone since you've been gone. I can't believe I'll never see you again, 'cause I just got to know you. My tears are like winter snow. I've got so many miles to go. Anytime I think of you, I see the sunlight shining through. And I just got to thank you, 'cause you made life so good. Every day you showed me something wonderful, and I miss you more than I thought I would. More than I thought I would. Yeah. So many flowers and so many friends, and they talk of love as if it never ends. And I'm standing alone in the middle of a crowd, trying to get next to you. Oh, everybody's trying to give me advice as if they know how it feels to live my life. But there's nothing that I wouldn't do for one more day with you. Oh, I just wanna thank you, 'cause you lived your life so good. Every day you showed me something wonderful, and I miss you more than I thought I would. More than I thought I could. Yeah. Yes, I miss you. I miss you.
There you go, that was Dean Anthony and I Miss You. And at the start of the show, I did play the podcast there from myself last night. I was on the Latin Groove radio show. It started at 12 midnight my time, and it went on until 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So it was one of those kind of late night shows. But for the Latin Groove radio show, it was only 6 p.m. their time. and I do hope that you're listening in as well. And thank you very much once again to all the crew from the Latin Groove Radio Show and Dirty Diva, the co-host, for having me on, and I hope to come on your show as well very, very soon as well. So anytime you are looking for another psychic, please do get in contact with me, and again, I would love to join you. You're listening to the Irish Psychic Show. It is now 34 minutes past 11 here in Ireland, and if you would like to get a psychic reading on the show, all you need to do is type your question via irishpsychic.net. Just go to the radio show page there, and there I'll be taking all the questions, and also via Facebook as well. You can also comment there or send me a private message via Facebook. I will be taking my first voice caller as well very, very shortly, so if you would like to call the number, it's pretty straightforward. I will be reading for the first 6 people that get through to this show. So all you need to do is simply take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down the number. And as I've mentioned, it is the first 6 people that get through to the show. Now, when I say get through to the show, all you need to do is simply dial the number which I'm going to give out very, very soon, and then just leave your name, followed by your location, followed by your question as well. So I'm not going to be answering the phone because I'm actually on air, but you will hear that you're being put through to me, and then it will go straight to the voice message. So all you need to do is say, hi, my name is John, and my question is, and I'm from Dublin. It's that simple, and then hang up. Now, if you are the first 6 people that get through to the studio and leave your voice message correctly, well, then you could be getting one of the psychic readings on tonight's show. So the number to call, and I will be taking my first caller very, very soon. The number to call is 01443 43 57. That number, once again, is a Dublin-based number. It's not a premium rate number. It's 01443 43 57. And if you're outside of Ireland, you're more than welcome to call in as well. The number to call is 00353 1443 43 57, and do check the cost of the call before calling. But like I've mentioned, it's not a premium rate number. Okay, so the first person I'd like to read for is actually from my page here via irishpsychic.net, and we have a question from Tom Collins, and you're in Dublin, Tom, and Tom has just asked, how will my court go tomorrow? Okay, no problem at all, Tom. Now, I do have to stress that all psychic readings are for entertainment purposes only, and again, that is a legal question, and again, I do hope that obviously it goes in your favour, but we'll see what comes up anyway. So as you can hear, Tom, I'm just shuffling the cards, and when they tell me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards. The lines are now open. If you'd like to call, it's 01443 43 57. Okay, they've just told me to stop, Tom. I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, well, I feel that this is in connection with another person here, a female I'm picking up here, Tom. And you have the Tower card, you also have the 4 of Swords in the upright position, and also the 9 of Swords in the reverse position. The Tower card is always about starting again. It's one of the major cards. So I kind of feel that although it will go in your favour, there's going to be an awful lot of kind of conflict between the both of you. It's like if maybe it is something that has happened already regarding this, conflict, because you have the 9 of Swords there in the reverse position. It's like if there has been kind of some difficulty surrounding that area in terms of, the other person. Now, I do feel that you will end up as being friends because you have the 9 of Wands here in the upright position, but it's a matter of making sure that you do look after yourself as well, no matter what the outcome of the situation is. But I do hope that has answered your question, Tom, and if you can, please just give me a private message via Facebook. Just go to Irish Psychic on Facebook. You'll see the page with over 12,000 and simply click on message. I'd love to have more details there in relation to that, but fingers crossed it will go in your favour as well. Okay, the next person I'd like to read for is Katie. Katie is from Roscommon, and what has the future got in store? No problem at all, Katie. And again, that is a general based reading, and a general based reading would usually take 30 minutes. And unfortunately, we don't have 30 minutes to give a private reading on air. But if you'd like a private reading with myself, at the moment I'm doing a very, very special offer. If you purchase a private reading with me, which is the 15 card audio reading, you'll also receive a numerology reading. And that reading is priced at €15, which is £12, which is, I think, $18. So do check out my website. It's irishpsychic.net and click on the purchase reading tab. Okay, I'm just laying out the cards now, and this is for Katie, and you're in Roscommon. And you're just asking, what has the future got in store? Okay, you have the Death card out as the kind of main card that's coming up in your reading here, Katie. And it's in the reverse position, followed by the Queen of Swords in the upright position. You have the Youth of Cups in the upright position, and also the Magician card in the upright position. The Magician card in the upright position, again, is one of the major cards, and also the Death card as well. Both major cards, but the Death card is in the reverse position. It's like if there's something trying to take place at the moment, Katie, but I'm not going to say that you're ignoring it, but it's like if you don't want it yet to happen. And this can happen for, numerous different reasons. Sometimes we worry an awful lot about certain situations, and we forget that, for something to happen, we have to let go of the past and we have to let go of certain situations, stopping, us, because it's like if it's just holding you back is what I'm actually picking up here, Katie. Now, again, with the Magician card here, it's kind of, it's like if you know what to do, but you just don't want to do it just yet. It's like if you've been given the resources on how to deal with the situation, but you haven't yet dealt with the situation, is the way Spirit is actually putting it. They're also indicating here with the younger male, we have the Youth of Cups in the upright position. I'm not too sure if there's a difficulty going on regarding this particular person. Usually it's, a son or someone like that, someone younger in the family. But again, it's kind of like dealing with the situation now before it gets out of hand is what they're indicating here. So I do hope that has answered your question. And thank you very much as well for sending in your question to the show as well. The lines are now open. Please do call. Like I've mentioned, I'll be taking the first 6 voice callers on the show. Leave your name, followed by your location, followed by your question as well. Call now.
Call the Irish Psychic Radio Show now. Lines are open. The number to call is 01 4 43 43 57, and international just add +353. Leave your name, question and location after the tone, and Irish Psychic could be reading for you. Please note, this is not a premium rate number. Call now.
When I look in your eyes, I can see your love beaming back on me. And when I'm holding your hand, I feel the pulse of your heart with every beat. Look at us now, a little bit older and still happy. And tomorrow will be another day to see the wonders of this world. Another way to be the only boy for this girl. Look at my heart and see that you're the one I'm living for. Look in my eyes and see that I sincerely love you more till the end of our time. With the blink of an eye, I can see my whole life mapped in front of me. There's no way to deny, and there's no way I can hide. The things that you do to me would make you think there's a destiny. Look at us now, you and me. I hope tomorrow will be another day to see the wonders of this world. Another way to be the only boy for this girl. Look at my heart and see that you're the one I'm living for. Look in my eyes and see that I sincerely love you more till the end of our time. And I don't know what will come tomorrow, and I don't know if we face defeat. But here and now, with you around, life feels quite complete. When I look at our lives, I can feel a happiness wash over me. Remember the day that we met, not knowing what to expect, and all the days spent away, seeing the world in a different way. The bottles of wine and the time to enjoy what's on the other one's mind. It comes again, another day to see the wonders of this world. Another way to be the only boy for this girl. sincerely love you more till the end of our time. When I look in your eyes, I can see your love beaming back on me. And when I'm holding your hand, I can feel the pulse of your heart with every beat. Look at us now, a little bit older and still happy. And I love you now, right up until the final heartbeat, till the end of our time.
Call the Irish Psychic Radio Show now. Lines are open. The number to call is 01 4 43 43 57. And international, just add +353. Leave your name, question and location after the tone, and Irish Psychic could be reading for you. Please note, this is not a premium rate number. Call now.
And you're very welcome back to the Irish Psychic Show. It's just 23:45 or a quarter to 12 midnight here in Ireland. And if you've just joined me, where have you been since 11 p.m? when the show went live? Okay, so it's time for my next reading, and as you can hear, the lines are now open if you'd like to call the studio. And unfortunately, there is a few callers that have got readings before. I would love to read for you again. If you would like to purchase a private reading, please log on to irishpsychic.net. And as I've mentioned there is a very, very special offer. If you purchase the 15-card audio reading, you will also receive a numerology reading free of charge as well. So please do get in touch with me as well. Okay, so the next person I'd like to read for, and I hope you can't actually hear the wind here, but if you're listening over in America, you're probably thinking, well, what are we talking about? It's not a hurricane or anything, but the wind outside is just absolutely ferocious out there. So if you kind of hear me screaming, it's probably because the whole studio is blown away and I'm trying to hold on to all the equipment. But fingers crossed we don't get, that bad. But the lights have been flickering here. It's quite... It's one of those nights where, have your torches ready just in case. Okay, so the next person is Paul, I think, and Paul has sent in his question via irishpsychic.net, and Paul has just asked, can you say if there will be a girl coming into my life soon? No problem at all, Paul, and thank you very much as well for sending in your question to the show. And if you just joined me, please do tell your friends to listen into the Irish Psychic Show. All they need to do is just go to irishpsychic.net, it is that simple, and then click on the radio show there. Okay, so I'm just shuffling the cards now, Paul. And when they tell me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards, which was actually just now. And you're just asking there, can I see a girl coming into your life soon? So I'm just looking at the cards now. Well, I don't want to kind of say that you're surrounded by them here, Paul, but by the sound, or by the looks of the cards, it's like if there's a lot of girls around you just as friends. And that's kind of the problem. Sometimes it's very easy to become friends with, girls, but then it's about taking it to the next level, so to speak. And I suppose that's where you're kind of at this stage at the moment. You kind of want a relationship, and sometimes it can be difficult when you've met a girl and you're friends with them, and you're kind of thinking, oh well, I actually fancy them, but I don't want to say now because we're just friends, etc. They're kind of saying here from the cards, don't be afraid in telling someone how you actually feel, your own emotions, because I kind of feel that it's kind of someone that's there already, Paul, but you're just afraid of making that step, to the next level of asking maybe a friend out on an actual date. And you'd be quite surprised, Paul, because I'm kind of feeling here from the cards that this girl kind of feels the same way as you. And it's just about making that decision and making that move, because maybe she doesn't want to make that decision either. She doesn't want to make that kind of choice, thinking, oh well, Paul is just a friend, and if we go any further, well then that will ruin the friendship. Yes, that could happen, but I don't feel it will, because I feel that the bond that you both have is very, very strong, and I feel that maybe she's the person that would love something to happen, but you're kind of unsure because you may kind of think, I'm not going to say that you think that she's too good for you, but that's the way Spirit is actually giving it to me. It's like if you feel that you can't ask her out because she may say no. If she does say no, so be it. But deal with that when it happens. I don't feel that she will, because you have the Ace of Wands, and that's in the upright position. We also have the Fool card, that's in the upright position. And the Fool card here, Paul, is always about taking a risk. Sometimes it's that daunting, feeling where we're kind of thinking, oh, should I or shouldn't I? But I feel from the cards and from Spirit's advice as well, they're kind of saying, go for it. So I do hope that has answered your question. And also, just to end the reading as well, Paul, You have the Seven of Cups there, which is always about moving or moving location. The answer is no to that particular question. I know you didn't actually ask that question, but if you were thinking of moving, the answer is no to that. So thank you very much as well for getting in touch with me and sending in your question. If, like Paul, you would like to get a reading on the Irish Psychic Show, please do so before 12 at midnight tonight. Not long left. There's only 10 minutes left. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go over to Facebook just to see if there's any messages that have been sent into Facebook. And I do stress that you do need to send in, or you do need to listen in to the show, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I don't, reply privately to you. If you would like a private reading, of course you can. Just go to irishpsychic.net. Where is the question? I'm actually going to go back onto irishpsychic.net because there's loads of questions that have been sent in there. So I'm just refreshing that page now. And hello, if you're just joining me for the very first time, the show goes out live Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 11 p.m. and it's also podcasted as well, both via iTunes and via my main website as well, which is Irish Psychic. Okay, the next person is Natalie in Glasgow, and Natalie has just asked, what's in store for me with a big kiss? No problem at all, Natalie. So I'm just shuffling the cards, and there's actually a lot of energy. It's always good when we get a lot of energy, but sometimes there's kind of too much energy, so all the cards go everywhere. So that's what's just after happening. So they just told me to stop, Natalie, and I'm just laying out the cards now. You're just asking there what's in store for you. Okay, you have the Star card out, and that's in the reverse position. The Star card is one of the major cards here, Natalie. Again, a major card just means that there's a higher significance on this particular card. Because it's in the reverse position, along with the Five of Coins, it's like if you feel that things aren't going in your favour, or, you're not kind of succeeding is the best way that Spirit is actually giving it to me at the moment. And it's like if there's kind of a 6-month period, or there has been a 6-month period where just things have been not going in the right direction. Now, for some strange reason, I'm not too sure what it is that you do, Natalie, but I just keep seeing someone putting on loads of makeup, and I know that's what ladies do, but I think that's kind of connected to your profession. Please do let me know. I'm not too sure if if you're a beauty therapist or anything like that. I'd love to hear from you. So if you can, get back in touch with me. Go to Irish Psychic on Facebook. Just type in Irish Psychic, join the page with which has over 12,000 fans, and just send me a private message there. But they're just kind of indicating here, it's like if I see you in a kind of a makeup industry kind of role. So please do get back in touch. But because it's in the reverse position, the Star card, they're kind of indicating here, don't give up hope. I kind of feel around August, September, things are going to change here in relation to the work side of things, and I do feel that everything's going to go in a positive light there for you. So I do hope that has answered your question, and thank you very much as well for sending in your question to the show, Natalie. Okay, the next person is Tina. Tina has just asked, hi, will mine and Tom's relationship last long? My date of birth is the 5th of the 5th, 1988, and his is the 26th of the 1st, 1992. What does he feel for me? Does he have feelings for someone else? Okay, interesting question there. And it's not nice when we kind of feel that, someone may have other feelings for someone else. But again, we don't really have control over how someone feels about another person. And that's the worst thing that you can do, is kind of, try to control a relationship. It just doesn't work. And it usually ends up with someone, splitting from the relationship. So you're just wondering there about the relationship. So I'm just shuffling the cards now, Tina, and when they tell me to stop, which was actually just now, so I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, you have the Balance card here, Tina, and you also have the Black Magician, and you also have the Three of Cups in the reverse position. The Three of Cups in the reverse position is the Commitment card. Because it's in the reverse position, things have been quite difficult, and maybe you're not feeling that, Tom is committed to the relationship anymore. You also have the Horseman of Cups, and that's in the reverse position as well. I do feel that you'd kind of need a more private reading on this. I don't want to go into too much details, but they're not mentioning anything with regard to someone else. They're just mentioning here that things are quite difficult, especially because the Horseman of Cups is in the reverse position. And when the Horseman of Cups is in the reverse position, it's like if just the emotions and the kind of feelings for the relationship has kind of gone down from what it used to be. But if you'd like a private reading on that, Tina, that's no problem at all. Please just simply click on the Purchase Reading tab there on my website. Okay, time for another quick break. There is a voice caller that I would like to answer, so I'll get to that during the break. So if that was you, that's just left that voice message, you could be the last person getting one of those voice messages on the show. Unfortunately, I did say that there was going to be 6 voicemails, but I don't know where you all are. Maybe you're just thinking that someone else deserves it more than you. But if you've never had a reading, you are more than welcome to ring into the show show. And like I've mentioned, the number to call is 01443 43 57. And once you've left your name and your location followed by your question as well, you could be getting one of those psychic readings on the show. But if you have got one of those psychic readings before, please refrain from calling. It's only for the newbies listening into the show. Okay, do join me after this. This is Blueberry Wine by Richard Murray.
Well, it seems like 100 years or more. The hands of time sure have been moving slow. We may have met in the sun or the April rain, but there's one thing I know for sure. That was blueberry wine that summer. Blueberry wine that spring. I know I loved you then, but I can't remember anything. Now it might have been some way that you looked at me, a sound you'd make or something you would say. Those hazy nights make all things seem a little sweeter. I've always been a little foolish that way. That was blueberry wine that summer. Blueberry wine that spring. I know I loved you then, but I can't remember anything. I wish I could sing her eyes of blue, but spin some words to illustrate you. Well, the bottle ran dry and the leaves fell to the ground. But I hope you're out there doing good. I'm just rolling on like some driftwood till the river runs dry. I remain onward bound. But now I couldn't say when you wrote this letter I've been saving, and it's just signed always your blueberry girl. I don't even know where you're living, but I guess I wouldn't fit now in your world. That was blueberry wine that summer.
Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball. The answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.
And you're very welcome back to the Irish Psychic Show. There is 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, so if you have not got a reading yet, there is still plenty of time. Well, 10 minutes left. So all you need to do is simply go to irishpsychic.net, click on the radio show there, and you can simply type your question via the radio show. Okay, it's time for a voice caller. Hello, who's there, please?
Hi, my name is Chantal, and I'm from Ashford, County Wicklow. And I was just wondering, will I be moving home soon? Thank you, bye.
No problem at all, Chantal. So we'll shuffle the cards and we'll see what comes up. So as you can hear, I'm just shuffling the cards now. When they tell me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards and I'll lay out the cards for your reading. So you're just wondering, will you be moving home soon? So, okay, they just told me to stop now, Chantal, and I'm just laying out the cards now. Well, I don't actually feel it's going to be this year, Chantal. Unfortunately, we actually have one of the moving cards, but that's after coming up in the reverse position, which is the Ace of Coins. We also have the Balance card. That's after coming up in the upright position. And the Balance card is one of the major cards. And again, a major card just means that there's a higher significance. And when a major card comes up, it's kind of like the outcome of the situation. And what they're kind of indicating here, that it won't be for this year. Now, again, with the Ace of Cups, that's in the upright position. And the Ace of Cups is a very, very positive card, especially where relationships are concerned. And we also have the 10 of Scepters, and that's in the reverse position. It's like at the moment, Chantal, that I'm not going to say that I know it's kind of you that wants to move as well, but I'm not too sure if your partner is not kind of in with the idea of moving just yet. Maybe he's telling you to hold off and just wait a little bit longer, and maybe that's why the readings after coming up in terms of, you know, the kind of male in question around you, and that's indicated here by the Queen of Coins. Now the Black Magician card is also after coming up, and that's in the upright position, and they're kind of indicating here, don't feel that you're kind of, you know, you're held back. Don't feel that, you know, just because you want to move and it's not going to happen just yet, that, you know, it's not going to go in your favour. It's like if there's other situations that need to be solved, just kind of for the moment. So until they're kind of solved, I don't feel that a move is on the cards for you this year. So I do hope that has answered your question, Chantal, and thank you very much as well for sending in your question to the show as well. If you've got a reading on the Irish Psychic Show, please do send in your feedback. All you need to do is simply go to irishpsychic.net, click on the Facebook feedback tab, and you'll be able to leave your feedback there for the show. Okay, time for another reading, so we'll see who's next for a reading. So I'm just going over to Facebook now, and there is a question in there from Richie Grant, and Richie has just asked, can I get a general reading please, listening to you online? Well, hello there, Richie. No problem at all. Now, a general reading usually takes 20 minutes, so we'll try and condense that down to 3 minutes, and we'll do our best anyway. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards, and again, usually what happens, Richie, is Spirit will actually answer the main important question that may be on your mind at the moment. So as you can hear, I'm just shuffling the cards now, and when Spirit tells me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards and I'll lay out the cards for your reading. So I'm just shuffling them now. Okay, they just told me to stop, Richie, and I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, very interesting cards come up here. Again, the Balance card is after coming up, but in this case it's after coming up in the reverse position. We also have the 7 of Scepters in the reverse position. We have the Ace of Cups, that's again after coming up, but it's after coming out in the reverse position here at the moment, Richie. And we also have the Black Magician. I kind of feel at the moment they're just kind of indicating here, it's like if the question that you're probably asking, Richie, I'm not too sure if it was, but please do let me know, but it's like if you're kind of wanting to find out about children, but the pregnancy card did not come up. And the reason why I'm saying that is you have the Youth of Swords in the upright position, and that's indicating kind of a boy. But I don't feel that now is the right time. I feel that at the moment there's kind of, I'm not going to say there's difficulties within the relationship, but it's like if there's kind of other issues that need to be solved before, you know, you kind of plan for a family, so to speak. And the reason why I'm saying that is you have the 7 of Scepters, that's in the reverse position, and the 7 of Scepters is kind of the learning card. I feel that it's still kind of it's still young, so to speak, the relationship. It's still like if you're still getting to know, one another, but you need to kind of go back there where you first met each other, so to speak. It's like if, I'm not going to say the same old, but it's like if that's the kind of way Spirit is actually giving it to me at the moment. It's like if you feel that things haven't changed or things haven't, moved forward, you need to stay committed to the relationship is the kind of key message that Spirit is actually indicating. Now, I'm just going to shuffle the cards just to see what final messages they have to say. And they've just told me to stop. Right, very, very interesting, because just what I've been mentioning there at the very, very start, I mentioned there with regards, I felt that, you're wanting to find out with regards children. That's the actual card that's just after coming up just now. So it is kind of a coincidence when Spirit actually answered the question that I've originally, thought of myself, and that's what Spirit actually made me aware of. You do have the pregnancy card here in this particular reading, and that's the second part of the reading, which is the Four of Cups in the upright position. I'm kind of indicating here, Richie, it's going to be at least 10 months before you should plan for a child here. So don't, you can if you want, obviously now, but they're kind of indicating here for the moment, it's kind of financially, you'd be best off waiting a little bit longer before, you plan for the children there. So I do hope that has answered your question. I'd love to get your feedback. Please do just message me back and let me know what you thought of the reading as well. So thank you very much as well for sending in your question as well to the show. Okay, time for one more, I'm afraid, because we're after running into kind of overtime. So I'm just gathering the cards again, and there's no more voice messages. So again, if you'd like to leave a voice message for Friday night show, please write down the number. Like I've mentioned, you're calling an answering machine message. It's not that difficult, and it's not a premium rate number. It's just a local landline number up in Dublin. So all you need to do is just call 014 43 43 57. And if you're outside of Ireland, the number to call is 00353 14 43 43 57. And the cost should be local. If you're calling from an Aircom landline, it may be free depending on what package you have. And then obviously from mobile companies, it may vary. So do check the cost of the call before calling. Okay, so the next person I'd like to read for is Aidan O'Dwyer, and Aidan has just asked, could I get a general reading listening online as well? Well, that's very, very good, and thank you very much as well, Aidan, for sending in your question. So again, like a general reading, I would love to go into so much detail, but I can't, unfortunately. A general reading would take at least 20 minutes. So do tell your friends if you would like a general reading, or yourself, Aidan, please just purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. So I'm just shuffling the cards now, Aidan, and when they tell me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards and I'll lay out the cards for your reading. Okay, that was quite quick. They just told me to stop, so I'm just laying out the cards now. Right, very interesting cards come up here for your reading here, Aidan. We have the Wheel card, one of the major cards in the upright position. We have the Eight of Sceptres in the reverse position. We have the Fool card in the upright position. We have we have the Sage card, that's in the reverse position, one of the major cards. And we also have the Death card. And it's quite interesting because the Death card didn't come up in the up position or the reverse position. It's after coming up in the side position, which usually doesn't really happen, but that's Spirit's way of kind of guiding the kind of overall general reading, so to speak. What they're indicating here, Aidan, I'm not so sure if you've ever thought of setting up your own business, or if maybe you're in business at the moment, but I kind of feel this is kind of an opportunity for you, but you're kind of afraid of grasping that just yet. I'm not too sure, what it is that you do, but if you were ever thinking of setting up business, they're kind of indicating here, make sure financially everything is kind of in order, and that's kind of indicating here by the Eight of Sceptres, and that's in the reverse position. It's like if that's not yet sorted, or there's kind of difficulties maybe getting the financial side of things for the backing in terms of, this business venture, that maybe it's something that you might be thinking of. Now, when the Fool card comes up, followed by the Sage card, it's about speaking with someone who has more knowledge within this kind of area. It's like if you haven't yet kind of approached anyone, maybe approach someone that can help you with this. But the kind of good news is by the end of the year you have the Wheel card here, and the Wheel card is one of the major cards, like I've mentioned. And the Death card is quite interesting because when it comes up sideways, it's like if there's kind of a transformation, which is usually what that card is about. It's about transformation, but because it's in kind of the side position, it's like if you don't know what it is that you want for this. It's like if you haven't done the research, or you haven't yet thought of, should you go into business with maybe this particular person, or are you going to go into business on your own? Again, I'm not too sure what the situation is, but whatever the situation is, you have the Wheel card, and the Wheel card indicates movement, and that's really, really positive. It shows here by the end of the year you'll kind of know more on what to do. But I do wish you every success, and again, please do let me know what you thought of the reading as well. Just send me a message, and hopefully that has answered your question as well. And thank you very much for getting in touch with the show. Well, I'm afraid that is it for another edition of the Irish Psychic Show. It's 1 minute before the end of the show, so can I just take this opportunity to say thank you very much for all the listeners who have listened in tonight. If you've missed the show, you can catch the show once the show goes off air. Just simply click play, and you'll be able to listen back live to the show as well. The next show is on Friday night, so 11 p.m. If you would like a psychic reading, please do send in your questions now. Go to irishpsychic.net, click on the radio tab, and there you will see the opportunity where it'll just ask you for your name and your question. And please do, like I've mentioned, include your location as well. You can also leave the voice messages for the show. I will be playing some more of those on Friday night show. And if you've got a reading already, please refrain from leaving another voice message, because I don't like reading for the same people twice, especially when there's other people that would like a reading. It's kind of unfair to them, so please refrain from calling into the show. But you're more than welcome to purchase a private reading, like I've mentioned, via irishpsychic.net. So the number, once again, if you would like to call the studio and leave your message for Friday night show, it's 01 443 43 57. If you're outside of Ireland, the number to call is 00353 443 43 57, and all the details, if you've missed those telephone line numbers, can be found via irishpsychic.net. And can I just say thank you so much to Spreaker, who broadcast my show. They have been absolutely fantastic, and before I went on air, there was 13,996 followers of the Irish Psychic radio show. Now that to me is just absolutely amazing, so thank you very, very much. The show is in the top 10 worldwide every single week. That's down to you, the listeners, and down to all the supporters as well. So thank you very, very much. I'm predicting, not that I'm psychic, which I am, but I'm predicting, just when I go off air, I'm predicting that my status will actually say that there'll be 14,000 followers. So if you're one of those people, thank you very, very much for supporting me. I really could not have got this far without your support. So until then, until Friday at 11 p.m, thank you very much for listening. Take care. This is Richard Murray, and this is Down in This Town. Take care. From myself, Irish Psychic Garode. Good night.
There's a cold hard rain coming across the plain, heading this way. But it can't wash away the sins you'll find today down in this town. There's ferry boats on the horizon, sailing away across the blue sound. And nothing changes but the seasons, and I can't find no reason to stay down in this town. Find a ragged Union flag, you find trouble down the drag if you dare to go there. Well, life's like a free fare on a train going nowhere down in this town. There's bright lights on the highway, to these streets I am bound. And nothing changes but the seasons, and I can't find no reason to stay down in this town, down in this town. There's a river heading south. You can ride it to the mouth of where it flows, where deadwood burns on the beach, and somewhere just out of reach, a softer wailing heart blows. But I can't fight anymore. My spirit's lost the war down in this town. Down in this town, the people train pulling out, but there's no space to be found. And nothing changes but the seasons, and I can't find no reason to stay. But down in this town, and nothing changes but the seasons, and I can't find no reason. Down in this town, down in this town, down in this town.
Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball. The answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.